I like that sound. That means shit is finna start.
Yo, guys, I finally caught up with videos, so I can start playing video games, and I've been wanting to play some video games for a while. Last game I played was The Last of Us, super good game. The next game I hope to start playing is Fallout 3. I know, that game is fucking old, but I love Bethesda. Anyways, guys, today we have a video, so before I start playing, I'm gonna get these lights on. I'm going to throw these beautiful Supreme packages over there and start this video. What up, YouTube? Welcome to Starr Life and welcome to another Supreme unboxing slash unbagging. Anyways, I got 5 items. This is from the Supreme Slayer collab. However, my favorite piece was from that week, but not a part of the collab. And this is probably my favorite Supreme drop this season. I know that's saying a lot, especially because the piece is not that hyped, and to be honest, it didn't even sell out. If you guys watch all the Supreme videos, my favorite pieces tend to be the ones that aren't quite as hyped, but they are by far the dopest in my opinion. I think I'm gonna do like a top 5 Supreme drops from this season, so that way you guys can get an idea of what I like. If you guys would be interested in seeing a top 5 video, let me know by hitting that like button down below, that thumbs up. Also, while you're showing love, if you are not subscribed, change that subscribe, hit that red button that says subscribe in it. And most importantly, of course, if you do not follow me on Instagram, change that as well. Go follow me on Instagram. My Instagram will be somewhere on the screen and in the description below, like it always is. My Instagram is fucking dope. So if you are interested in fashion, outdoors, or anything like that, make sure you go follow me on Instagram. But anyways, today we have 5 packages. Let's get started. All right, so the first package, we got the Supreme bag, looking absolutely gorgeous. And I believe this is the altar tee. Of course, as per usual, we go over the stickers at the end of it, so I'll show you guys all the stickers that I got from this collection at the very end of this video. But the first t-shirt that we have today is the Slayer altar tee in black. Now this was one that got quite a bit of love, and I think for several reasons. One, you have Slayer in the box logo on the front, and then on the back you got the Supreme box logo as well. You got the cannibalistic carnivorous band members on the front eating this girl, not in the manner that women should be ate in. Yeah, dope tee made in the US of A. Alright guys, opening the next package, we have yet another beautiful Supreme bag. More stickers, which we will go over at the end, and then bam, we got the Supreme Slayer Eagle tee. Alright, so for the Supreme Slayer Eagle tee, we got the Slayer Eagle logo on the front printed all the way down. They had this graphic in the long sleeve and the hoodie as well, and then on the back, it says Supreme in Old English, which is personally my favorite font of all the Supreme fonts. That's because I like Old English though, that's just me. Really dope. I got the red just because I thought that was the dopest colorway for this tee. The black and the red were both kind of even for me, and I just chose to get the red one because I got all the other ones in black. Once again, made in the good old US of A. Alright, I'm hoping to get all the Slayer stuff before I pick out my favorite piece, because I want to show you guys my favorite piece last. It's gonna be one of these. One of these is my favorite piece from the season. This is how I figure out all my life decisions. And by the way, I might do it a little bit different than you guys. I've seen people that do it different. I do any, mini, miny, mo, you are not it, and then I pick the other one because I'm saying the one that I picked is not it. So anyways, any, mini, miny, mo, catch a tiger by the toe. If it follows, let it go. My mom said to pick the very best one, and you are not it. So this right here, guys, should be the Slayer tee. We got a Supreme bag. Now what's inside? Bam! The Supreme Slayer forearms tee, or the cutter tee. More sticks. How come on the thing right here it says Supreme Slayer forearms tee? Isn't that kind of weird? If you look on the package, it says Supreme Slayer forearms tee, but this is not the forearms tee. This is the cutter tee, which they don't make a forearms tee. Granted, the tee is the graphic of like cuts on the forearm, so I'm assuming that's why they called it that. Just kind of weird. I mean, I don't know if maybe Supreme meant to originally call it the forearms tee and then changed it after they got these printed and decided the cutter tee was cooler. So once again, I got this in black, and oh wow, I actually thought this was on the front. I didn't know this was on the back, but it says Slayer on the back. You got this dude like cutting Slayer into his arms on the back. On the front, it has Supreme printed in black on the breastises in Old English. Super dope. Definitely probably my, I don't know, man. I like all the Slayer tees, honestly, even though I'm not necessarily the biggest Slayer fan. But my favorite tee is by far the South of Heaven tee. The reason for that is because, like I said, I'm not a huge Slayer fan, but if I had to pick like my favorite song from Slayer, it would be South of Heaven. A super dope song, honestly. If you don't like Slayer, if you've tried listening to them in the past and you did not like what you heard or like what you were listening to, try listening to South of Heaven. It's a pretty good freaking song. So speaking of the South of Heaven tea, it should be in this bag right here. As you can see, this bag is a little bit bigger, and the reason for that is because I'm a fucking idiot. Basically, I was trying to get my autofill like correctly input on Google, because you can download like the autofill Chrome app thing. The reason I had to redo it was because my credit card information changed. Long story, it was super annoying, but I wanted to make sure that it autofilled with my credit card information and it put the correct autofill information in there. So when I was doing that, I had some socks in my cart, and sure enough, I forgot to take them out. So now I have Supreme socks, which I would never buy because I'll probably never wear. I like the Supreme boxers, but the Supreme socks are just pointless to me. It's not even a good like flexitarian thing unless you wear shorts, but I don't wear shorts, so I just like Adidas socks. More sticks. It's kind of dope that I did get the South of Heaven tee in black. Like I said, it's my favorite color. Regardless though, I probably won't be keeping any of these, even though I do like South of Heaven as a song, and it's by far my favorite song. I have talked about this before. I don't really like wearing band tees if I don't listen to the band. Now, real quick, because I know someone will be like, well, you wear Supreme and you don't skateboard. To me, that's a little bit different, and the reason for that is because music is an art form, and skateboarding is a sport slash culture. Music can have a culture that's a part of it, but a lot of the artists will discuss things that you as a wearer may not agree with, and you're kind of putting on for their beliefs or their art, even though you're not like listening to their art. Supreme isn't creating art. I mean, you could argue that fashion is art, but then you would argue that Supreme is getting involved into fashion, not fashion getting involved into skateboarding. The way I look at someone wearing Supreme is like someone wearing a football jersey or a basketball jersey. I don't expect them to have to play basketball or play football to wear those things. Like, I have some hockey jerseys. No one's ever like, do you even play hockey? No, I don't play hockey. I just think they're fucking dope. I know other people have differing opinions. Like, some people will say that they think Supreme is okay because Supreme has done a lot of stuff that's not involved in skateboarding, like make snowboarding goggles, and even most recently making motorcycle helmets and stuff like that, and that it's kind of become this thing that's not really just exclusive to skateboarding anymore. So I know a lot of skaters that don't really care, but then they'll get mad at people that wear Thrasher. I don't care a whole lot. I will tell people like, yo, if you wear band tees, you should go appreciate the band. But I'm not gonna get mad and like go out of my way and be like, yo dude, fuck you for wearing a band tee and you don't listen to the band, or fuck you for wearing a skateboarding brand and not skateboarding. Like, I just don't care enough. For those of you that are curious and you are new to the channel and may have thought that maybe I did skateboard, no, I don't skateboard. Give you a little backstory. The reason I started wearing skateboarding clothes is because I used to BMX back in the day. So I started wearing skateboarding shoes because a lot of BMX shoes were fucking ugly. And so I would wear skate shoes because they were durable and they still looked cool and they had more styles that I could choose from. But everyone is entitled to their opinion. I don't really care. Regardless, I just do what I want to do. Anyways, getting to the actual t-shirt, as you can see, you have South of Heaven. You have this graphic. It says Slayer. South of Heaven is an album, but it's also a song. This is the album graphic. Really, really dope. Actually, if you look inside this skull, you can see like all these other little things. You can see like humans, you can see like other mythical creatures, or I don't know, just some like pretty dark-ish. Let me get a close-up of that graphic for you. Definitely a sick graphic, really, really cool actually. And like I said, this is one piece that, I don't know, out of all the Slayer collabs that Supreme did, this is by far my favorite piece from the collab. And then on the back, it has Supreme in the black on black old English font. I don't care what you say, that piece is savage. Alright, getting into the last piece, we have my favorite piece. We also got some sticks. We got a stick, actually. Do we have any more? Oh, nice. We still got some Slayer stickers, even though this isn't from the Slayer collab, just from that week. Now, I know a lot of you guys are probably expecting something crazy, but it's not going to be that crazy. I'm just warning you right now. It's nothing too crazy. It's my favorite piece personally, but, you know, everyone is entitled to their opinion. All it is the Supreme rib logo athletic tee. You have Supreme right there on the collar, and then you have, I believe, 1994 in Roman numerals as well. Super, super simple, and it's all black. There's nothing on it. There's no big box logo or anything special. It's just the rib logo tee, and if you guys watch the channel, you guys know I'm a fan of tees or pieces that incorporate their logo on the ribbing right there. I just think it looks super cool. when you're wearing it with like an all black, super clean, minimal outfit. In fact, I'll try it on right now for you. I believe I went with the size medium, true to size. I think that's what I did, I believe. Let me check. Yep, size medium. All the t-shirts I got in a size large because a lot of the t-shirts that I got previously were size medium, and I want to try to mix up the sizes for the resale account. If you guys don't know, I resell a lot of the Supreme that I get on, excuse me, had a little air bubble in my chest. Another air bubble in the chesticles. Okay, anyway, so I resell a lot of the stuff on Robotussin Poppy, which is like my Supreme resale account. In fact, there was one piece I sold below retail and so many people hit me up. It was the Supreme Champion sweatpants. I sold those at like 120 and retail was 129, and I just took a loss on it. And I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna try to get these off real quick. So I put them at 120 and just like tons of people were hitting me up. So if you follow that account, turn on notifications and just look for the deals. Anyways, as you can see, this is what it looks like right here. I'm looking at my phone because I'm just trying to make sure that it's all in focus. I'll get a little bit closer so you can see what the neck looks like. But yeah, definitely a dope piece. I fucked with this pretty heavy. I like that this is a true black. The Palace one that I got, this is Palace on the neck, is like super faded and that kind of bothers me, but I do like this is a true black. I wish it was a short sleeve, because if you guys don't already know, I prefer short sleeves over long sleeves. I never really wear long sleeves. There's no purpose. I never understood the purpose of a long sleeve t-shirt, because like if you think about it, if it's cold outside, you'd wear a hoodie. If it's not cold outside, you just wear a short sleeve t-shirt. So what's the point of a long sleeve? I don't know. Maybe someone can tell me. Maybe someone just likes the look of it. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Like I said earlier, make sure you hit that thumbs up on this video. Let me know what you thought of the Supreme Slayer collab, or what you thought of this week's drops, what you thought of this piece, and if you're sad that you missed out on it, because I feel like a lot of people sleep on the less hyped items and they don't see that stuff and they get sad. Like the Supreme World Famous half zip that I got, a lot of you guys were like, man, I didn't think it was that dope, like I didn't see it, or I didn't see that colorway or whatever, and then you're like, now that I saw it on body, I wanted it, and I'm like, damn, that sucks because they don't have it no more. Also, if you guys are not subscribed, change that. There should be a little red button down below that says subscribe in it. And of course, most importantly, as I always tell you guys, make sure you follow me on Instagram, because my Instagram feed is insane. It's savage, just trust me. Go follow it. That'll be somewhere on the screen and in the description below, along with the link to all of my other social networks. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it from the top and bottom of my heart. And as always, keep living the Starr life.
I remember way back when, where should I begin? I was out thugging with my friends, desensitizing sin. I would hit the lick and then I hop over the fucking fence. I could never trip, he slip my ass, ain't bust his fucking chin. They was down with me because I treat them like my kid. Ay, I was never taught to judge by colors of the skin. Wait, looking down at mine, I know that I can never blend in. Smoking, sipping shit from that lick.